Looks like we should be live. Let me know, fellas. Are we good to go? Richard, Bill, Tom. One of you jokers, let me know what's going on. Looks like we are good. Fat boy in the house. What's going on, Richard? Bill? Well, Tom says I was taking a nap. I was getting pretty cozy in here last night. I will tell you that. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen that picture on Instagram and Facebook. And well, I was supposed to be working in here, and the wife goes through the garage and snaps a picture of me. So I had to post that one. So, fellas, what is going on, man? Let me know how you guys have been. How's fishing been? Real appreciate you guys tuning in on a Sunday evening. Really look forward to these every other week. I think come wintertime, we'll start them back up every week. But I know right now, with it being nice weather out, everyone's out fishing. Not too many people want to tune in for a stream, especially on a Sunday. People got to work on Monday and all that. So, wintertime, though, I think we will go back to weekly if you guys would like to see that. But like I said, let me know what's going on, man. We never really have a topic on these SNLs. We're just here, just, shooting the breeze, catching up, seeing how things are going. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I thought we were out of the heat, and it's not looking that way. I looked at the long range about a week ago, and I didn't see one day in the 90s. And now all of a sudden, I think tomorrow might be 94, then 97, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think 94 on Thursday. Then I think it drops a little bit on Friday, but I didn't see that when I first looked at it. So the heat's definitely back. And I thought it was kind of crazy because for the most part, August was kind of cool. And like I said, now the heat is coming back though. I just hope that old, winter don't come around too quick. Because sometimes we don't have much of a fall, and winter shows up pretty fast. Fat boy, what up, big dog? How you doing, man? You been doing a lot of fishing? I've been seeing you've been hitting the banks. That's cool. What's going on, James? Let's see here. Sean's back. I said your name right. What's going on, buddy? Austin, good to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Gia Fan Kim. I'm sure I butchered that name. That's probably, I'm sure I butchered that. I do apologize. Leatherstock Angler, what's going on? What's going on, Josh? Looks like old Ed Wolf has hit me up on Instagram. We'll check that out here after the stream. I know I just seen Bob in here. Where you at, Bob? Bob, what's going on, buddy? How you been, man? Hopefully you're feeling all right. Dude, fishing has been tough. I've definitely not been able to fish how I like to fish. Years ago, I was really into the soft plastics, and well, you guys know, crankbaits pretty much have consumed my life. I love cranking and spinner baits and chatter baits. It's more reaction baits versus the soft plastics. But man, it's been a tough reaction bite the last month or so. So I've had to slow down, and well, I don't slow down much, but I've used plastics and I'm still kind of moving kind of fast. But the bigger lakes, man, they have just been tough. And if you guys watch a lot of YouTube, you'll see a lot of guys talking about pressured lakes and why fishing's so tough and all that. And man, it's been one heck of a year. That's why you guys haven't seen many fishing videos from the Crest Line. I take it out all the time. I was out in it twice last week, but you won't see any fishing videos again because I caught I caught a dozen or so green sunfish on one stretch. I was so aggravated catching so many of those, I was ready to leave the lake. So I slowed down a bit and throwing some plastics, didn't have any luck, started cranking again, caught a little bass, but man, 6 hours of that and one bass. It's crazy how these bigger lakes, how tough they are. But that's why I've been doing this a lot at the ponds, and thank God I got those ponds to go to. Or it would be one tough year for sure. Joseph Keller, what's going on, buddy? TJFI, if I was to say Delta Destroyer or bait buttons, your response would be, they're probably right here. Can you see that? Are they on my table? Yeah, I guess you probably see that, can't you? Bait buttons and Delta Destroyer. Delta Destroyer is one of my go-to colors. And bait buttons I used to use all the time. Now I use the rapid fishing hook all, which is very similar, but the discs are a bit more durable than the bait buttons. Is that the answer that you were looking for there? I've been trying to clean the room. You guys can probably tell it's a bit different now, and so I got a bunch of stuff laying around here. I've been working on it for a few hours today, and my wife came down, and it really doesn't look like I did anything, but a lot of the little stuff's kind of time consuming. Trying to organize all the camera gear, the wires, and all that kind of stuff. Fish in the southeast. What's going on, buddy? Old Leather Stock says fishing is crappy. Haven't been out since July 4th. No kidding. Yeah, I'm still going out 3 days a week, man. But like I said, the fishing videos they're slim, man. I do have a couple more, I believe, saved up, but you guys will see one of those probably on Tuesday. But it's been tough. Art, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. What do we got for you guys tonight? We got a little Jabberjaw. A little Jabberjaw. We got a Reaction Strike Ranger. We got Guggen Squad Hummer, which is a black buzzbait. We got a Live Target. What's the name of that? Live Target. It's kind of like a top water frog type deal. We got a popper here from Lake Lunkers. Kind of looks like little Pop Max. We got some grubs here from Grande Fishing and some trick worms from Cabin Creek. So you guys donate whatever amount. You guys are entered in that giveaway. And stay tuned till the end of the stream because we will pick a winner live. What's going on, Steven? How you doing, buddy? Leanne, good to see you. I don't think the old lady is moderating tonight. I think she's upstairs cleaning. My youngest son, Michael, cleaning his room. It looks like a bomb blew up in it. So yeah, she's not on here tonight, but I will tell her you said hello. Fish in the southeast. How much money and tackle do you have? Man, I'd hate to even think about that. I really don't know. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I don't know though. It's definitely accumulated over the years. I don't know how much it is, but it's I have more tackle in this room than I'll ever use. What I'd really hate to think about is behind this wall here, to my left, is how much money in reels is behind that wall. That I'd hate to think about. Those add up pretty quick. So you got you got skunk today. Man, that's not good. But at least you got out. At least you got out. So Ed, appreciate the $3, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. I believe I seen you on Instagram. Send me a picture. I'll check that out after the stream. Do appreciate the donation, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Rocky, man, appreciate the 20 spot, brother. You're entered in the giveaway. Never got the notification that was going live. Yeah, that's something about YouTube, man. They do not like to give out the notifications. But yeah, I appreciate the donation. Glad you're on, man. Like I said, you are entered in the giveaway. And make sure you guys have, if you're subscribed, make sure you guys ring the bell as well. Well, like I said, a lot of times that doesn't do any good for whatever reason. Just I mean, I've rang the bell on many channels and I hardly ever get notifications, so I don't really know what YouTube is doing. You know, always something. Bobby Bass, what's up, TJ? Stacked up inside today. Big hurricane roll through Connecticut. Man, be safe, brother. Don't like hearing that. What's going on, Emily? How you doing? Good to see you on. Austin as well. Have been fishing, dealing with medical issues with the wife, but all is good. Man, hate to hear that, brother. Hopefully she's doing well, though. Speedy recovery. Old Josh been trying to stay out of the smoke from all the fires in California. Man, there's issues all over the world, ain't there? Be safe, man. Rocky, good evening, brother. Did you clean your mess up yet? I started to. You can see from the video here. I mean, there's still a lot on the floor behind you and stuff. There's still actually a lot in this room behind me, but for the most part, I can walk in here now. Yesterday, I had a tippy toe around. There was so much. I said, heck with it. I brought a TV in here, put my feet up, turn on Breaking Bad. And like I said, the old lady caught me, but yeah, I was not in the mood to, after working all day, washing trucks all day, I was not in the mood to come home and clean this room up. That's another reason you guys haven't seen many like unboxing and videos in here. It's such a disaster that I don't even like being in here. But like I said, I went out and got what you guys can't see. Went out and got a rug today, so I got a nice rug in here and moved the tables around a bit. So trying to get it straightened up. Fish in the Southeast. You have a nice voice for radio. That's funny. Oh, John, I've been following your journey with USPS. Any more boxes damaged? Any more boxes? Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about this. I was on the lake last week and another rod had got delivered. And the lady, and I'm not okay, maybe I am blaming her. I don't know. Because sometimes I say like she like jammed my boxes in her truck or my rod boxes and broke them. So maybe I'm blaming her. I don't know. Maybe she received them like that. But like I've always said, the truck is a bit too small for these long rod tubes. There's no other way to get them in there unless you jam them in there. But it's kind of funny. My wife had met the lady outside, got the rod, had got the rod, and the lady's like, "This has to be a fishing rod, yeah, right?" And my wife's like, "Yeah, he runs a YouTube channel, blah blah blah." She was, "Oh, really?" And she was like, all like into it. So she's writing down the channel. And I think one of the last videos I did, I'm talking about how USPS damaged another rod of mine. So hopefully she didn't get on and see that video of me talking about USPS. But I thought it was kind of funny that I'm always talking about it here. Now my wife tells her exactly what I'm doing. So that was kind of funny. But recently, I don't think I've had any damaged ones recently. We still got a few months left in the year though, so I wouldn't rule it out. What's going on, Michael? How you doing, buddy? We do have 72 people, 73 people on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do that. Really do appreciate that. Hey guys, let me know down below, man, how you guys are doing with fishing. What have you been catching them on? Like, give me some ideas as well what I could be catching them on. Like I said earlier, man, the reaction bite has been so slow. Water temp has been anywhere from 83 to 89 on the few lakes that I've been fishing. Man, it has been super tough. See, Bill says fishing has been slow this weekend. Few on a frog and a jig. Man, just one on a frog, dude. That's a good day in my book. What's going on, Alex? Larry McBride, what's your opinion on spider wire braid? I got some free and wondering if it's worth putting on. Be honest, man, I've not used the spider wire braid. I haven't tried many braids. I mean, I've been using Sunline FX2 for probably since it came out. I mean, I bet 10, 12 years, if not longer. And I'm so impressed with that braid. I rarely try any other braids. FX2 it's an awesome braid. But heck, if you got it for free, I mean, definitely worth the shot. Chris, it seemed like we had a pretty good spring, so I'm nervous about fall as well. Hopefully, we get a decent month or two. Yeah, it does not last here, man. Fall goes by so fast. Usually, end of November, it's freezing. I can remember the last 3 years we went and picked out a Christmas tree. It was like freezing out, so we don't have a whole lot of time, which really does suck. Well, Jeff Lovin Fishing says all I use for braid is spider wire. So he's got to like it. What's going on, James? How you doing, buddy? Who's got a throat issue? Was I coughing or something? Bob says old Jack Daniels and a touch of honey will solve that throat issue. Hey, I'll just wash it down with a little Mountain Dew. Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker. Cody says, I was in your area 2 weeks ago or so, and they were issuing heat advisories and telling people not to go outside. A couple weeks ago, it was pretty hot out. I think temp was around 99, so I'd imagine the heat index was well over 110, 115. And I'd imagine it's going to be close to that this week as well, because like I said, I've seen temps around 97. Yeah, I was out washing trucks in it. All we pretty much did all day was spray each other down with the water. We'd do a truck and we'd soak each other. It was funny that week you're probably talking about. Me and my dad, I bet we washed 80 trucks that day, if not more. And like I said, I washed for FedEx, and there was a line of trucks that that we had to get washed. And how that works is we go to the FedEx location, and then all the drivers, as they come off the street, they get in line and we wash them. Then they go inside, and they could see just how bad my dad was dragging. I mean, he was like bent over like every truck. Guys were getting out of their trucks and dumping ice on his head, giving us waters. I mean, that was definitely a hot week. Alex said, fishing's been good here. It's awesome, man. It's been great, really, at the ponds. But, man, the bigger lakes, dude. It's funny. I always reach out to a buddy of mine that fishes a lake that's closest to me. It's actually, I was on that lake a few days ago, and, man, it sucked. But anyways, I always kind of reach out to him and see how he did on the weekend, and that'll determine if I go there Monday or not. And I think the last time I talked to him about it, he said he'd rather fish in the sewer. And he hasn't fished that lake in a while, and I can see after fishing it a few days ago why he's not fishing it right now either. It's so dang tough. Bob, the old lady is she's cleaning Big Mike's room. It's a disaster. All right, Tom. Glad to have you back, buddy. Best shaky head for medium power, fast action rod with 15-pound braid, 8-pound fluoro. 8-pound is your main line. I wouldn't use anything with a real heavy gauge wire. Be honest, one of my favorites. I like the Rhino heads from Picasso. I like their tungsten ball heads. The tungsten ball heads don't have a real big diameter wire, but one of my go-to shaky heads, and it's a light wire hook. And it's not really even like listed as a shaky head, but if you use the right plastic, it stands up just fine. Great for Ned rigging as well. It's the Owner Finesse ball head. I believe the biggest hook you can get in that, it could be a 2-aught, it might be a 3-aught, but like I said, it's a real light wire, and it's an awesome shaky head. The eye is somewhat coming straight off the head, and it's pretty much recessed as well. It doesn't get snagged up a lot. Just a great, like I said, it's not really listed as a shaky head, but that's what I use it for. And they're awesome. Like I said, light wire hook, EWG, so you can rig them weedless. I've landed some good fish on that hook and still haven't bent them out, so I would check those out. Scott, what is a rod and reel setup for fishing frogs? I like a shorter rod. I know some guys like a really long rod. I know some guys like an even shorter rod than what I use. But I use a 7-foot heavy power with a moderate fast action. I like 50-pound braid and normally a 7-speed reel. It's up, TJ. Not much fishing lately, but I got a 7-pound, 10-ounce reel. No kidding, dude. Almost an 8-pounder. That is awesome. I guess that was that picture that I came in earlier on my Instagram. I'll check that out here in a bit. That's awesome, dude. What'd you catch it on, man? GF 11 fishing. What's your best spinning rod reel for cranking? Spinning rod for cranking. I have one that I would use for cranking. I don't really crank with spinning gear. It's a 610. I want to say it's an EVX series. I want to say it's a medium power. It's labeled shad wrap. I use it kind of for shad wraps and jerk baits, but I guess you probably could crank with it because it's got the right tip. But I personally do not crank with a spinning rod. Like I said, I mainly throw shad wraps on that particular rod or lighter jerk baits. But I guess if you needed to crank with it, you could because it's got that softer action. But it's an EVX series. Like I said, I think it's a 610 medium power, moderate fast action. And whatever. I mean, I don't get too picky with my spinning reels. Like, so for the longest time, I use the Shimano Sahara, and for the money, like 70, 80 bucks, is a tough reel to beat. The Okuma Inspira, I use the ITX, the SX. I picked up a couple from Shimano last year. I didn't even spool them up yet. One of those was the Stratic FL, I believe it is, and the Ultegra. Those are still in the box behind the wall here. I've not even spooled those up. Again, I'm not a huge spinning reel guy. Team Bass Pack. Sorry it's been so long. Honestly, I think it's even about a month. What's going on, Mr. Tackle Junkie? No problem, man. I know life gets in the way. Appreciate you tuning in, though. All is good, though, man. Can't complain. Hopefully you're doing well. River Rat. See, fishing has been fire. I caught 33 smallmouth this weekend. 4 of them 3+ and a 4. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's a fat sack. earlier videos flashback. Delta Destroyer, though, if we're talking crawdadee, I still use that bait to this day. But yeah, the bait buttons, actually, I thought maybe you've seen them in the video because there's a pack of them right there. I had a little small crate that had a bunch of little stuff in, but my son needed it for his room, so I just dumped everything out and gave it to him. I just figured you've seen that on the table. Thanks, Austin. It's coming along. If you guys want to see, like, when I'm all done, if you guys want to see, like, a tackle room tour, we can do another one of those. Those usually do pretty good on the channel. I know a lot of guys like to see, how the room's organized to give themselves some ideas for their rooms. If you guys want to see that when I'm done, I can definitely do that. Joseph went fishing today. We brought in 6, but it took all day to do it on soft plastics. Yeah, when I'm out on the bigger lakes, I'm out there 6, 8, 10 hours. And if I get 4 or 5 bites, dude, I felt like I did something. It's so dang tough out there. Grandpa Woody Fishing, what's going on, man? Tom says the full moon may be having some effect on the daylight bite today. I may go out for a little after the stream. A little night fishing, huh? That's something I never really pay attention to is the moon phases. Fishing has been extremely tough down here in Texas. BT in the house down south. What's going on, buddy? Old Steve Smith, Jim, the Valcraw, Plasma Tail, and Frogs are working here in PA. That's awesome, dude. Plasma Tails, that's always a good bait all year long. Little Plasma Tail action. Shaky head, I'm assuming. The old lady, she likes to Texas rig those. I mainly do a little shaky head with those. But man, a frog bite, that's a blast. Glad you're catching them, dude. If collecting tackle were an Olympic sport, Jim would definitely be a gold medalist. I'd be a contender, huh? I'd definitely be a contender. Fishing southeast, the frog bite has been on this past month, getting frogfish left and right. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. It kind of slowed down here a bit. BT fishing Lake Okeechobee on Saturday caught 1 fish and a catfish. Never in all my years have I ever caught a catfish out there. No kidding. I've had days bass fishing where I've only caught catfish, and I've caught like 3 or 4 catfish in one day on like spinner baits and tubes, and didn't catch 1 bass all day. But man, that's got to be pretty tough. Okeechobee and only catching one fish and a catfish. That's got to be a tough day out there. You would think that you'd be knocking them dead out there. See, Top Cat, I caught 10 today on a swim jig, all 1 or 1.5 pounder besides 1 3 and some change. That's a good day though. All right, question: when you're out fishing, what is your go-to fishing lures? If I can only have a few things on deck, I guess it would depend time of year. I guess really, I mean, it would be a worm for one. It'd be the type of worm. Like in summertime, would definitely be like a 10-inch ribbon tail worm. Springtime, fall, I do like a shaky head over that ribbon tail. As the water cools, I'll go with less action and all that. But definitely some sort of worm. Square bill is just a confidence bait of mine. I'm so in tune with the square bill. Like I feel like I'm down there with it. I can feel everything it's doing and all that. I love a square bill. Ton of confidence in it. So definitely square bill, some sort of worm, a craw, soft plastic craw. Again, just because you can make a craw look like so many things depending on how you work it. If you drag it, swim it, changing color and all that. So a craw is really versatile as well. Did I say 3 things? I'd go with some sort of soft plastic craw, a worm, and a square bill. Those 3 are always rigged up. I need to get my garage set up like yours. Inspiration for sure. I'd love to have majority that's in my garage, but with having the boat in there and the wife's Jeep in there and the fridge and the bikes and all that kind of stuff, the garage, and I got a pretty oversized garage, but with all that stuff in there, it's packed. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong again. Jifin Kim. I know that's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I do appreciate the $2. You're entered in the giveaway. Rocky doing a 24-hour round trip, New York to South Carolina, back to New York. No sleep, no kidding. Well, dude, you better stay up, man. My stream might put you to sleep, so you may want to put something else on. Tom, appreciate $2, buddy. You are entered in the giveaway. Not sure how much is in my PayPal. Dude, it doesn't even matter, brother. You can donate a quarter. Like I said, we don't do the giveaways. And I explained this before. Sometimes we get 50, 60 bucks in donations. So YouTube takes 30% of that right off the top. We got 50 bucks in lures here plus shipping. I mean, majority of these you go on the whole on, but I do it because I think you guys have a good time with it. Kind of like gambling, it's a raffle and all that. So we're definitely not getting rich out here. We're not doing this to really make money. It's something to do during the stream. And like I said, you guys started donating first when we started doing these when I wasn't even doing giveaways. So I kind of started doing the giveaways just to give back to the guys that want to donate and have some fun, kind of like a raffle. So like I said, we're not doing it to make money. You all can donate $1. It doesn't matter to me. We're just having some fun here. But anyone that wants to hop in on it, we got the Jabberjaw. We got the Reaction Strike Ranger. We got some worms here from Cabin Creek. We got some Grande Fishing Grubs. Live Target, like a topwater shad type bait. We got the Guggen Hummer and a popper here from Lake Lunker. So about a $50 value there. You guys donate as little as you want. You're in the giveaway. And like I said, we're just having some fun. Glad to hear it, Austin. What's going on, Pop? The old man, that's my dad there. He was, his birthday was yesterday. I think maybe I shouldn't even say it, but he looks good for his age, though. I think he's 67. Doing pretty good for his age. Jesse, good evening, everyone. Had to reconfigure the truck for the kids. New booster seat, only leaving room for an ultralight, but I've been hammering bluegills. That's a good time, man. I know Big Mike, he does a lot of fishing with me, and he never forgets his bluegill rod. Even though we're going bass fishing, he still brings his bluegill rod just in case. I think he likes catching numbers over even just one bass, you know. Well, Michael, I watched Bass Geek today and told him all he was going to get was tools from us, Dad, because you got all the hooks. Yeah, I can believe that. What's going on, Matthew? The old drop shot, huh? That's cool. Oh, Ryan, what's the best all-around Akuma rod for crankbaits? I'm going to say they do have a handful of different ones. I'm going to rule out the TCS. It's really one of my favorites. Really comfortable rod, but that particular rod doesn't load that light of a crankbait. I think it's 3/8 for that particular rod. So if you want to throw something lighter, or if you have a windier day, you're not going to load that rod really well with a lighter bait. Like I said, minimum 3/8 on the TCS. So I would rule that one out. Now the Guide Select, that one there, it's a bit pricey. It's like $169. I'm loving it. It's a bit different. It's got cork handles compared to the other ones that have EVA foam. Like I said, it's a great rod. A bit pricey, like at $169, but the all-around rod that you're asking, I would go with the EVX in a medium heavy. They do have a medium power as well, but the medium heavy does load at a quarter. I believe it maxes out at an ounce. Pretty comfortable rod. Nice soft tip to it. So I would check out the EVX cranking rod, medium heavy. And they're 7-footers as well. Leanne, Friday night before the full moon, they demolished the Whopper Plopper. That's a fun bite. That is a fun bite for sure. What's your guys' like favorite bite to get on? I mean, I'm sure everyone's going to say a frog. I mean, I love cranking. I mean, it's dude, just cranking, feeling all the rocks or whatever that you're cranking. Next thing you know, you don't feel anything. That rod loads up, and there's something about that I just can't get enough of. But I mean, it's hard to beat, you know, a frog bite or a topwater bite. But I still love cranking. Appreciate the thumbs up, Austin. Paul, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're into the giveaway. Picked up my first boat a couple days ago, 2018 Lumicraft XB200 with a Yamaha 150 and some talons, upgrading some electronics. I'm excited. Dude, that sounds like an awesome rig, brother. You're going to have a blast with it, man. You're going to love the talons. Like I said, I still love mine. I know some guys were thinking that, if you didn't see that video, were thinking that I didn't like mine anymore because the issue that I had. The issue's fixed. Still loving the talons. Plan to run them for years. Love them, dude. You're going to love yours as well, man. That's an awesome rig. What kind of electronics you going with? BT water temp Saturday was 80, 85.5 at 6:30, 10.95. Wow, it was hot. Air temps was in the high 90s. Yeah, I haven't seen water temps over 90 here. Thank you, Emily. Richard ordered the new 6 cent swim bait, the trace, and got in on the new Kicking Their Bass TV combo today. Yeah, I seen that. What, 7 o'clock today? It was available. I wonder if they're going to put that on the Lou's website, or is that something I guess just exclusive to his website? Chesapeake Bay Catfishing. Good evening, TJ81. Enjoy the show. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. River Rat's been getting the smallmouth on Berkeley Drift Walker, Ned Rig, and a spinnerbait. Steve, what wax do you recommend for a car? I tell you what, man, I used to really be into. I mean, I wash trucks for a living, so obviously I'm pretty particular with vehicles. But years ago, I mean, obviously before I was married, had kids, and I was really into detailing and car stereos and all that. Man, I'd go out on Friday night, my car would be like immaculate, dude. I'd be beaten, man. Gosh, I miss those days. But anyways, I would always do the McGuire's 3-step system, and I don't remember the exact like series of McGuire's, but like I said, it was a three step system, and man, it would leave that paint looking like glass. Chesapeake Bay catfishing. The main bay fishing has been slow. It's been having a blast creek wading and catching numerous species. That's fun. I'm still waiting for old Phantom Fishing to take me trout fishing. I finally got the rods. I don't know if I told you guys that. I got them. Was it last week or the week before that? I got all my trout rods now, so I'm ready to do that. But with the heat, I think you guys said before, it's not a good time to fish for trout in the heat. So maybe during the fall would be a good time to start. But at least we finally got the rods. They weren't broken. We got them in, and that's been the holdup all year. I didn't have the rods because everything's been on back order. Big Mike, Big Mike for president. Rocky just got my Old Town autopilot. Can't get back to. Oh, can't wait to get back to try it out. Oh, I bet, dude. I would like to try one of those myself. Richard, want that Tataki frog and Zuchi bug soon. Yeah, I ordered a bunch of those Zuchi bugs the other day. Actually got in another like 4 or 5 of them frogs too. I like them. James, video looks great. What camera are you using? GoPro 9. We did get new replacements in, and I hate to say it, they're still shutting down. These are brand new cameras. So, I mean, I wouldn't have thought that GoPro would have replaced them if it wasn't an issue. You know what I mean? But if the new ones are doing it, I guess you know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny they replaced them and the new ones are doing it. So it's a known issue or it's a common thing that's going to happen. I wouldn't have thought they would have replaced them. I thought, since mine did overheat in 45 minutes, that something was just wrong with that batch and these new ones wouldn't have done it. Because why would they replace them if they know it's going to happen again? And sure enough, they're already shutting down on me. I was fishing with Phantom Fishing. It's kind of like clockwork. He'd get like the triple beep, his would shut down, mine shut down, and it is what it is. I mean, I absolutely love the camera. I wish I would have kept a 5 or 2 for the heat, but I never would have known that this was going to be an issue because, like I said, when I got mine, it was wintertime, and I didn't have an issue till the heat came. But what I've been doing, though, from what I heard, the cameras shut down when the battery gets too hot. It's the battery that's causing the issue. It's a bigger battery, longer battery life. It's getting hotter quicker, and the GoPro shuts down before the battery swells. So to keep recording much quicker, before I would just let the camera cool down and I'd have to waste 10, 15 minutes. So now what I'm doing is as soon as the battery gets too hot and the camera shuts down, and it usually shuts down, there's still like 50% battery left, but the camera shuts down. I just put a brand new battery in because that battery's cool. The GoPro starts back up. As soon as that one does it, I put the one that I took out before that, and I just keep swapping batteries. And I guess that's what I'm going to have to do during the heat. But yeah, anyways, GoPro 9 is what I'm using now, and I've been using the this is Sony ZV-1 for a handful of my previous videos, which I'm loving that camera as well. Chris, 6 bass last weekend on Texas rig, culprit moccasin worm. That's good color. Oh, yeah, he says here. Good color. It is. That's an awesome color. Matthew, what is your favorite jig trailer brand type? Thanks. Colder water, tough to beat a chunk or craw d'oeuvre, or even if I'm fishing like a finesse jig, again, I like a chunk or the PTL craw d'oeuvre. Still one of my go-to trailers to this day. Summertime, water's warm. It's going to be a vile craw. It's going to be a rage craw, money craw. It's something with a lot of kicking action. Well, Johnny says, hit that like for TJ. We got 87 still on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Really do appreciate that. I lost the comments. Here we go. Fishing Fix. I'm heading out for a fishing trip vacation. I told my wife I'll be back eventually. There you go. I like that answer. Now we're going to head down to Table Rock again Memorial Day. Or not Memorial. It's Labor Day. Labor Day. Last time I fished was last Sunday after cutting grass out at a friend's lake property. Today is what? Today's Sunday. I fished last week, Friday, Thursday. I mean, I'm still fishing like 3 days a week. But like I said, man, if I could have had videos for every day that I went out, man, I'd have a bunch of backstock videos, you know. Like I said, I'm still going out 3 days a week, and it ain't happening. I'll make a review or something like that while I'm out. But I mean, and I don't care really. A lot of guys say they want to see fishing videos, but the analytics don't lie. I mean, I don't really think a lot of people are really looking forward to fishing videos. I mean, I don't watch a lot of fishing videos on YouTube either. I'm more concerned about reviews and new baits coming out and things like that, you know. But like I said, guys ask for them, but I don't really believe they really want to see them. Like I said, because the analytics don't lie, you know. Well, Nathan says, fishing has been super slow for me in Southwest Florida. Been hitting a deep lake a lot to try and figure it out. Well, Johnny, gotta love the tackle room. I've got to get busy and get my basement turned into a bass cave. Bobby Bassin, appreciate the discount code. I ordered the Zuchi Bug and Tataki Frog after the last video. That's cool, buddy. Very cool. Hey, you guys can see the code there rolling at the bottom of the screen. I do believe it's, I haven't had anybody ask me if it's a one-time use code or not, but I believe it is. If you try and use it twice, it may not work. You may have to like sign your wife up and use it under her name. But it's a pretty good deal. $10 off 25. You know, the tackle room tour, yes, tour. Cool, cool. Is that die with Steve's worth the price jump over the Tatula Elite? I would say absolutely not. There's guys that live and die by the Steez, and no doubt it's an awesome reel. You don't feel the gears. I mean, it's a great power fishing reel, but it's not a caster. In my mind, it's definitely not a caster. I would put the Elite up against that reel all day long. Now, it may not be built for casting like the Elite is, but to me, for what I use them for, the Elite is so good, I'd rather have 2 Elites over a Steez. And the one that I have is the Steez A. Like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad reel, but if I'm talking, you know, 2 Elites over 1 Steez, I'm going 2 Elites all day long. I just don't, yeah, $500 is a lot for a reel. And like I said, it didn't blow my socks off like the Elite did. Need to pay attention to the moon. It holds true. The only thing I've ever really paid attention to is if it's a full moon the night before, I don't go put it this way. I don't go early anymore anyways. I've had better luck in the evenings, both going very, very early. But I've always heard, obviously, if it's a full moon, the fish are feeding later. So if you do go super early, you may want to go later. That's really the only thing that I ever used to pay attention to. But like I said, I sleep in now. I don't go all that early. So I'm more of an evening fisherman now. But that's the only thing that I used to pay attention to. But and two, I mean, I think some guys get so in tune to the moon phases where they try to pick their days based around the moon phase. And I mean, with working a full-time job, just like majority of us, I mean, I go when I can go. So it doesn't really make much difference to me if the best day to go is on Tuesday or Wednesday. I work all day both of those days, so I couldn't go anyways. So I guess that's another reason I really don't pay attention to it. I go when I can go. We have 105 people on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do that. Really do appreciate that. Real Deal Outdoors. What's going on, brother? Finally catching a live stream lane here, recovering from COVID. No kidding, man. That sucks, dude. Yeah, I haven't got it yet, man. Did not get the shot. So hopefully, we don't even get the flu shots, and I never even get the flu. So hopefully I don't get it. I heard it's no joke. Room tour. I'll definitely do that. Well, Chris says, had a pretty good day on Lake Wapello in southern Iowa yesterday. Started with a few on a frog, missed a few good fish in the thick pads, Texas rig, and a chatterbait after that faded. Good deal, man. Good deal. John says, I have 2 bait cast combo, 7-foot medium heavy, 15-pound fluoro, 7.3 medium heavy, 12-pound fluoro. That'll work, man. Tom says, twice today while fishing riprap shore, I scared a largemouth so bad it swam full speed into the side of my boat and hit it hard. No kidding? Yeah, I've heard of that, man. That's first. And I got her with my bare hands, but that's why I sent the pic. Okay, I'll check it out here in a minute. Here we go. I guess this is the rest of your question. I have 2 bait cast combo, 7-foot medium heavy, 15-pound fluoro, 7.3 medium heavy, 12-pound fluoro. You think 12 is too light? If not, what would you throw on it? No, not at all. On a medium heavy, 12 is usually the minimum that I'll go, but it all depends what you're doing with the rod. If you're open water fishing, 12 is just fine. If you're trying to fish cover with that rod, I would definitely bump it up. So, but yeah, I throw 12-pound on the medium heavies all the time. No problem at all, man. It just depends how much stress you're going to put on that line, getting the fish out. Like I said, open water, that's why you got your drag, you're fine. But if you're trying to pull a big fish out of cover, good chance you could lose her. Jesse, try having a 2.5 car garage that's filled halfway with hay, barely room for my tools. Fish in the southeast, tackle this year being a little different with your lures presentations approach, and doing small changes will help catch more fish this year. That is what I have learned. Just at 200 subs on YouTube. That's awesome, man. Guys, go check out Fish in the Southeast. Let's get him 300, man. But you guys know I'm a cranker, and yes, with the way the lakes have been fishing, I don't crank as much as I normally would. I do switch things up. Normally, I would live and die by the square bill all day long, just because that's how I like to fish, and I would just change up different square bills, sounds, and all that to see if I can get them on that as a personal challenge to me, because that's how I want to catch them. But yeah, I've definitely have had to change things throughout the year to catch fish. DC, it's spooled up. I have not used it yet. I'll be using that one here real soon. The last thing I did on Friday when I got home, I went ahead and sealed all them Kistler rods, the cork on the Kistler rods. And like I said, I'll get some reels on those and get them out this week. You know what? I say get them out this week, but I got to work a few of the days with the heat. I'm not sure if I'll even go out Thursday and Friday. I may do some evening fishing. We'll see. I'm sure it's definitely going to raise them water temps. Like I said, it was 89 on Friday. So if we have another hot week, it could be in the 90s. If I couldn't even catch them in the high 80s, I'm sure I ain't going to catch them in the 90s. I may have to go back to the ponds. Which, the ponds are fun. And like I said, I should have already had a couple other boats for those ponds. Crestliner was supposed to give me a couple different boats. One I wanted to do a build on, and the other one's a really decked out John boat. It actually looks just like my 189 with no carpet. And those are the boats I was supposed to be using out there all year, because I wanted to have tripods on those and just have different views and all that. But with COVID, they can't get a hold of the boats. So that's why I haven't had those, and I've had to deal with that boat that's out there, which it's hard to film on. There's really nowhere to set up a tripod or a YOLO stick or whatever. So I always have to wear the chesty, which I hate, because anytime I'm fishing a plastic out there, I'm afraid I'm just going to crack the camera, because that's right where I go when I set the hook. They're just a pain to fish in. And like I said, that boat is so rocky. I hate even landing fish in it, because usually with him on Phantom, he loves getting pictures and filming all that. So if I'm trying to get a fish, he's bending right down there with me. And I feel like the boat's getting ready to take on water. So I'm like, you land the fish, you're already down there. So, but yeah, most likely I'll end up at the ponds this week. Hopefully, like I said, come fall, water cools down, the bite will get better on the bigger lakes. But as of right now, man, it's super tough. Sean, hey TJ, had another one of those days you would love yesterday. Caught 79. Dude, get out of here, man. 79 all on cranks and jerk baits. All were pretty small though. Caught 41 in a 2.5 hour span with the bite. Was red hot. Dude, that's awesome. I mean, years ago, actually, when they were stocking this lake that's closer to me, that I take my bigger boat to, you could go down dang near any bank cranking and catch 15, 20 smaller bass. And like I said, but whatever the reason now, you're not catching them smaller bass anymore, whether they're fished out or they all grew up or whatever the case may be. I know they stopped stocking it. So like I said, I don't believe you're catching those stock fish anymore. And what's in the lake still, the bigger fish, or when they, like I said, they got bigger and all that. I don't know what the deal is. You're not catching numbers like you used to, and you're barely catching a keeper. But like I said, years ago when they were stocking it, you could pull off. I mean, not 79, but you could probably leave there with 30 or 40 on a super tough lake. But like I said, now, man, I'm lucky to get 4 or 5. Like I said, last Friday or just a few days ago, I caught 12 green sunfish. I was so aggravated cranking with them things. I was ready just to stop cranking. And then I went off at one point and caught 1 bass cranking. But the rest of the day, throwing swim jigs and plastics, 10-inch worms and all that, not 1 bite, man. But that is awesome. It's 79 fish. That's definitely a day to remember. Small or not, dude. Just having the rod load up, that's a fun time. Jeff, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Another stellar show, Jim. Happy birthday, Mr. Leduca. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. And thanks again for the donation. You are entered in the giveaway. Real quick, tonight's giveaway, live target, little topwater shad there. We got a Guggen Squad Hummer. We got a little Jabberjaw, Lake Lunkers topwater. We got a Reaction Strike Ranger. We got some Cabin Creek trick worms and some Grande fishing grubs. About a $40 or $50 value. I'd imagine close to $50. You guys donate a quarter, whatever, you're entered in the giveaway. And we'll pick a winner live here in about 20 minutes. Fab Fishing in the house. What's going on, buddy? Make sure you guys check out my dude. I'll link him down below. Good to see you, bro. Happy birthday to your dad. I'm close in August the 24th. It's funny. My sister's is the 10th. And I mean, I've never forgot her birthday before. And my dad was talking to me the other day and he said something about his birthday. And I got to thinking to myself, wait a second, I forgot my sister's. She wasn't too happy about that. I told her I didn't want to remind her just how old she was. So that's why I forgot it. Any fishing talk keeps you up, man. That's cool, dude. We'll turn the radio up. We don't want you falling asleep. Even I'm getting burned out and bored with fishing. Do you have any tips to make the love of fishing stay? Man, again, a lot of guys, and I ain't gonna say a lot of guys, but there are some haters out there that do not like pond fishing. All right. Majority of what you've seen on this channel this year is majority from the ponds. I'm not having much luck at the bigger lakes, but to fall back in love with it, obviously you need to catch some fish. And what I did actually the other day, I was standing here looking at the baits and I was trying to figure out some lures that I used to love to fish, some soft plastics I used to love to fish that I don't fish anymore. And I grabbed just that one bait, went to the ponds, caught a ton of fish, which you guys will see that video maybe this week. And going to the ponds, catching a bunch of fish obviously makes you, be in love with the sport, catching the fish. But for me, it was the memory of the older baits that I used to use, thinking about, how many fish I used to catch on them, catching fish on them again. So, I mean, that's kind of what it does for me. I mean, I have to go to the ponds to continue to catch fish because, I mean, I get it. You go to the bigger lakes, all week or however often you're going. I mean, I usually go 2-3 days a week, like I said. And I mean, there's times I'll go to those lakes during the morning or the evening time, early evening, and then it sucks so bad I get home and I go to the ponds. And like I said, you got to do something to keep your interest. So if you're not catching them on the bigger lakes, I would suggest to find a pond, a stocked farm pond, so you can catch some fish, use your favorite lure, have some fun, So that's what does it for me. Because if I keep fishing the lakes that I'm fishing, not catching any fish, I'd be right there with you, man. Because it does get boring, It does get boring not catching any fish. But I don't think I would ever get as bored with it to where I would hate it. I mean, I still love going out there and just casting the bait out all day. Even if I don't catch a fish, I still love the sport of fishing. But like I said, it does get a bit slow if you're not catching anything. So yeah, I would try and find a farm pond, man. And that the bigger pond that I fish out there, I mean, some guys think it's small. You have to look at the depth too. That lake is, I mean, I call it a lake. It's a small lake, obviously, but it's about 5 acres, and average depth is about 12, 13 foot. It's about 25 foot deep. So it's got a lot of grass in it. It's pretty clear. I mean, it can be. There's plenty of times when I've gone there and I couldn't even buy a bite. You know what I mean? So just because it's a smaller body of water, that don't mean it's always going to be good. But yeah, it's a fun place to fish. That's a tough one, man. Frog or buzzbaits. Hmm. Man, that is a tough one. I would probably have to say, I mean, a frog bite can be pretty violent, right? But there's a lot of times where, they don't really blow up on it. They just kind of suck it in. For the most part, at least with my experience, a buzzbait bite is pretty violent. You know, for me, I'm gonna say buzzbait. Spinnerbait bite, dude, is a blast. Rat bite in the moonlight, buzzbait. Old Joseph, he's got it right, man. My favorite bite is any bite on the end of my line. I agree with that one. Frog. Fab says top water's always boss, spook, frog, buzz toad. Shirley's upstairs. Are you talking about Andy? I think he's out of town right now. Sometimes I call my youngest Shirley as well, so I had to think for a second. I call him Michelle majority of the time. Michelle. Favorite bite is top water. It is exciting. Skipping docks, 100%. It's all rush to haul 5+. Yeah, I can see that, man, for sure. I haven't caught really any huge tubs under docks, 2-3 pounders, but I haven't pulled any tubs out. KRDPF Fishing Outdoors. I guess it's KRDPF Fishing Outdoors. My son is still getting a kick out of. I think you left the comment. It was on the video. Hey, it's kind of funny. I think he was actually talking about it today. I think you left the comment about we were just joking around in one of the videos about we weren't joking about the like challenges. I don't think any videos have got the amount of likes since I made that video, so we weren't even doing the like challenges. But he said something about at the end of that video, if that video got so many likes, he was going to sign his bottle of jelly or whatever. And you had said something about wanting that bottle, and to this day he's still reading that comment. He's so excited that I guess somebody wants his autograph or whatever. So that was pretty cool, dude. Best bite is a frog. Looks like some of you guys got the new kicking their bass rod from Lou's. That's cool. It's cool. Not to sound repetitive, but when they nail the wacky and swim bait, that's a good one too. Chemical Guys is awesome car detail products. I'm trying to think of the guy that I watch. You know what? I think it's called Detail Geek. I watch him from time to time. That dude, man, he can clean a ride up pretty good. Well, Johnny used McGuire's to wax his outboard. It's shiny. Bring your trout stuff to Branson. It's cool, dude. Yeah, I guess what on Taneycomo? I could go for that. I could go for that. And that was supposed to be another trip we were supposed to take today, or not today, but take this year. I'm blaming the old lady on that one. Well, I guess I didn't have the rods for one, but she never made the plan either. Emily Dale Acre, hey, Tackle Junkie, need to come up to Minya, Arkansas, and go fishing at Irons Fork Lake. Okay. If I ever get to be full time, we'll definitely do some traveling. Johnny, Lord knows, Big Mike couldn't do any worse as president compared to her. Yeah. No kidding, man. No kidding. Paul, all Lowrance products, HDS 12, HDS 9 Live, Ghost trolling motor, Sonic Hub 2, Active Live Target. Dude, that's going to be one awesome setup, dude. That's awesome, dude. You have to send me some pictures when you get that done. GoPro 9. That's what the stream is on right now, GoPro 9. I use the GoPros to stream with. If you're talking about the issues, yeah, I had issues with them. I mean, if you look online, everyone's having issues with the GoPro 9s overheating. But yeah, that's what I'm streaming with right now, GoPro 9. Austin, I do car detailing for a living. It's fun and four-wheeler. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Four-wheelers. I mainly wash, like I said, the tractor trailers and straight trucks and all that. But those aren't really detailed. I mean, those guys, when they get off the road, they want to get in the building, get done. So, we got to knock out a truck in less than 5 minutes. We're rolling. Where was that? Oh, what camera is overheating? Is it the GoPro 8? Well, I'm using the 9. The 9 is the one that I've heard the biggest issues with. But some guys say that they had issues with the 5. I never had a 5 overheat on me, and I used to fish with that, 8-10 hours a day out in the heat, no problem at all. So I think it could just be that maybe there's certain batches or whatever, just because there's some guys that don't have any issues with the 9. But most guys I know have a ton of issues with the 9, just like the 5s and all that. So I'm pretty sure they're all going to overheat. But it just doesn't do it for some people, I guess. Hey, Tackle Junkie Squad, I want to ask y'all, have you ever catch a fish on hot sauce hot dogs? I used to catfish with hot dogs soaked in anise. That worked really well. Okay, I have a GoPro 8, and I feel like that sucker gets a little hot, but it was my first ever GoPro, but it doesn't shut off. Sometimes it will on the very hot day. Yeah, like I said, these 9 shut off all the time. And I tell you what, even like the little thumb screw that you have to take off to get the camera out of the mount. I mean, even that screw is like, it's hot, dude. So yeah, they get so hot. See here, I put my GoPro 7 Black into an aluminum housing frame and fixed my battery overheating issue. No kidding. And normally when I'm running the GoPros, I got them in the media mod, and I thought that would kind of keep it cooler because the heat's not baking down directly on the camera. Doesn't matter. Still overheats. And that's really what there was a day, and I may even make a video out of this. Believe it or not, there was a day, was it last week? It was a week before last week. I think it was on a Friday. I met Andy. We fished for like 10, 11 hours over those ponds. And we started on the back pond that you guys usually don't see. From there, we went to the bigger pond. But we spent, gosh, we might have spent 6, 7 hours back there on that back pond. Only caught a handful of fish. So we went to the bigger lake or the bigger pond out there that you guys normally see me fish. And the GoPros were just shutting down right and left. We each had a few videos planned. Not one of them worked out. It was like 5, 6 o'clock. I had like 14% left on my battery. I was just aggravated with them shutting down all day. I said, you know what, dude, I am done. So took camera off and I just started fishing. Grabbed the biospawn 10-inch worm. Dude, not even 5 minutes after I took the camera off, I get a 5.6. After that, I get a 4.5, and then I get a 4. All, of course, Andy got them on his camera. He sent me a few of the clips. I may make something with that down the road. I have an idea what kind of video I want to make with that clip, but just kind of funny. Fished all day, and like I said, shutting off right and left. Soon they take the camera off, start catching fish. Angel, so did your wife get after you when she caught you watching TV? No, she didn't yell at me too bad. She sent me the picture. I guess she went around in the garage, took the picture, and then she sent it to me. So yeah, I was caught, but she actually helped me a bit down here today, trying to get things organized. I'm sure as soon as I'm off the stream, I'll probably get back at it because it's still a pretty big mess in here. I have Aftco 4K GoPro. It don't overheat, especially on 90-degree weather. Don't you think fluorocarbon is a little overrated compared to monofilament if you're just going to use it as leader with the braid? I do think so myself. Me honestly, dude, I don't fish leaders, so I'm not even going to say on that. I guess you're not going to have a whole lot of fluorocarbon out. I would think even the mono would still transmit some good vibrations to the braid. In clear water, I'm thinking you're going to want to go with the fluorocarbon over the mono. But again, I'm not a leader guy, so I really can't tell you what I felt because I don't run leaders, so I really can't say. Alex Corn, go fish. It's closer than Table Rock, and the bass fishing is amazing. I always throw the Guggen Squad Trench Hog. I'll check that out. Okay, cool. Top Cat, I like fishing videos, and I dig the how-to fishing, how to fish certain lures or rigs videos. Steve was out your way 2 weeks ago. Was fishing for bowfin in the big muddy river. No kidding. How'd you do, man? Absolutely. Analytics don't lie. I spend most of my time on the reviews and product vids. Way more views. Yep. Well, I mean, like I said, I fish the bigger lakes. Don't do well. So again, I want to catch fish. I go to the ponds. Then you got guys saying, "Oh, you're in a pond. It don't count," or anybody can catch fish in a pond. I mean, you're always going to get ragged on one way or the other with a fishing video. But then if you do a review and you don't have any fishing clips, people think you're lying or whatever. So I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword. But yeah, I'd still much rather just put out a review or whatever than trying to film a fishing video. I mean, fish are biting, great, but to set all the cameras up and the mics and all that, and you're trying to swap batteries all day and cameras shutting down, and you fooled more around with that than actually catching fish all day. It's yeah. Bobby Basson was a one-time code on Carl's Bait and Tackle. I tried to order a second batch, and it was a no-go. Still much appreciated, brother. All right, buddy. Appreciate you letting me know on that. Like I said, yeah, you may want to tell your wife or your girlfriend to sign up so you can use code again. Let's see here. Does line color matter? I ask because I have noticed that I don't get much bites on red line color versus white line color. Red line? Um, I mean, in clear water, I'm thinking it's going to make a big difference. Muddier water, stained water. I mean, a lot of times another reason I don't really run leaders. I mean, if I'm going to throw a smaller shaky head or something like that, I'm throwing on a spinning rod. I run straight braid. I don't really feel a need for a leader of fluorocarbon in that muddier water. But if you're fishing clear water, I would definitely think it matters. Top Cat, appreciate the $2. You're entered in the giveaway. Seth, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. Nico rig is the only thing I've been catching them on. Good rig for sure, man. I need to fish that more. I still love the shaky head. Jeff, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. We'll go over it one more time, though, and pick a winner here. We got the Jabber Jaw. We got the Lanker Lunkers popper there. Kind of looks like a Pop Max. We got Reaction Strike Ranger, Live Target, Top Water Shad, Guggen Squad Hummer, Grande Fishing Grubs, and Cabin Creek Trick Worms. We'll let that giveaway run for another 5 minutes, and then we'll pick a winner here. I'm going to tell the old lady real fast, and then we'll get back to a few more comments. One second, fellas. Babe? Michael? It's me. Is this Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle, say hello to the viewers.
Huh?
Say hello to the viewers.
Well, hello.
Tell mommy to pick us a winner in 5 minutes.
Pick us a winner in 5 minutes, Mom.
All right, bye-bye. Jeff Allen says, last time I was out on the Old Town 136, I caught 6 nice pike. You rep a lot of companies, get them to make a glove like a steel-toed boot so I can lip them. Yeah, I guess I can reach out to Fish Monkey, tell them to do something for you. I'm not sure if they could do a steel fingered glove. Bobby Bass and I went out last week early morning. I had an angry beaver about 10, 15 yards out, tail slapping, coming too close for comfort. No motors allowed. The 200 horsepower was propped up, trolling motor, high speed, engaged. I'm with you, man. So you guys talking about braid leaders. See, I always go braid to leader because I could switch to any line diameter without ever having to respool. Makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that, man. There's definitely a lot of benefits to doing it. Joseph Keller, appreciate the $3, buddy. You're into the giveaway. Great stream. Appreciate the content and honesty. My pleasure, buddy. And I really appreciate you guys tuning into the videos, jumping on the streams. I mean, like I always say, it wouldn't be a whole lot of fun down here talking to myself. And I think it's awesome that you guys hang around this long. I mean, we're over an hour in, 95 people on. And like I said, we never have a topic here. We're just here catching up, seeing how the week went. And it's a lot of fun talking with you guys. I mean, and I always say it too. I'm better friends with the majority of you guys that I never even met than actual friends that I have like here. You know what I mean? I think that is pretty awesome. I love you guys, and let's just keep this thing rolling, man. Fishing Southeast. Any advice to get fishing sponsors? I want to ask LureNet to sponsor me. I already have Monster Bass as my sponsor as well, and I'm designing the bait with them too. That's cool. To be honest, I work with LureNet. LureNet, yeah, there's a code for you guys as well. It's down in the description, TJ81, 15% off over there. But anyways, any advice to getting sponsors? The biggest thing is, man, use what you want to use. Okay. And they're either going to see that you're promoting them, or obviously you can reach out to them, but I would use what you want to use first. If I'm trying to gain an extra sponsor, you guys know I'm trying to do this full time. I'm trying to get as many sponsors as I can on board. But and I tell them this straight up. I'm not looking for any extra work. I'm using anything you guys see me use in this room. I'm using because I want to use it. So if I want to gain another sponsor, I'm going to look around this room or look at my boat or whatever I'm wearing or whatever. Hey, I'm already doing this. I love your product. I even tell them this. I'm going to continue to promote your product, no matter if you help me out or not. But since I am doing this, can you, do you want to partner up or whatever the case may be? But the main thing is, man, use what you want to use and go from there. Don't try just to pick any old brand because they're a smaller company or whatever the case may be and you think you can get on there. Use what you want to use. Keep it real. You don't want to BS anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my advice, is just keeping it real. Use exactly what you want to use. And like I said, they're either going to notice you or you can reach out to them. But majority of the companies that I work with have all reached out to me because they've seen what I've done. And it just worked out because I'm already doing the stuff. I'm already using the baits because that's what I want to use. And the companies will see that. You start using stuff that you don't like, your subscribers will see right through that stuff. You use exactly what you want to use, man. And that's what I tell them too, man. I'm not looking for any extra work. You know what I mean? That's why I only really partner with companies that I'm already using. I'm not going to try and go use some other brand just to get a deal. And then that's more work for me. And I got to try and use this and work that in there. I don't want to do that. I'm only going to partner with people that I'm already using the stuff. So nothing changes on my end. I'm going to keep using it and keep fishing with it because that's why I bought it in the first place. Keep it real, dude. You got to keep it real. What's going on, Alan? How you doing, buddy? I talk to myself all the time. I guess you need some expert advice, right? Richard, your SNLs are awesome. Thanks for what you do, man. Dude, it's my pleasure, man. My pleasure. You guys, like I said, you guys are awesome. My actual job, my dad, which he'll be retiring here any time now, He owns a mobile truck washing business. He's been doing that for about 40 years now. I started when I was 13. So I've been doing that for 27 years. And like I said, I'll be taking the business over here in the next probably, who knows, few months. So yeah, and I'm not saying it's really changing my end goal. My end goal is still to get down to Branson, but all my contracts for that business are here. I can't. My job is not going to move to Branson. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to really put some thought into it because for me to run it, with how I plan to run it, I'll have to work more than I'm working now, which will get into my YouTube time. So it may push Table Rock off a little bit, but if I get it ran how I want to run it and I find the right crews, I mean, there's other things that can be done. But trying to find workers to help me out is a big deal as well. But yeah, anyways, long story short, I wash trucks for a living. FedEx is our main contract. Congrats on the content, my friend. I'm one of the old guys around here following your work since you were 10,000 subs. No kidding. Dude, that is awesome, man. Appreciate you sticking around, buddy. Colby, I'm also looking to add some sponsors. It's just difficult trying to think of how to ask. Like I said, I wouldn't ask right away, man. You need to show them what you can do, for one. Show them what you can do. Use the product. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you need to post a lot of pictures, but put some time into the pictures. Don't just catch a fish on a lure, snap a quick shot, put it up. Say, hey man, look what I'm doing. I mean, put some time into it, and then ask yourself, hey, would you pay somebody, or would you give somebody free product for what you're doing? Ask yourself that. If the answer is yes, then it's time to reach out to them. But if you're only putting a picture up here and there, or you got maybe one video up on it, whatever, would you pay somebody, or would you give somebody free product for that? If your answer is no, well then, you got your answer. If the answer is yes, it's time to move forward. But like I said, don't make a job out of it. I don't want a sponsor where it's going to be work for me to do it. I'm going to use what I want to use, and we're either going to work it out or not, because this is what I'm doing. You either like what I'm doing or you don't. I'm not going to change things around and make it work out. I don't want any extra work. I want to fish how I want to fish. I'm using what I want to use. That's why really I'm not doing anything exclusive. I use what rods I want to use, what reels I want to use, baits, whatever. I don't really do anything exclusive. And that's why I like about you, Debo and Basket. You guys are the real deal. Keep on keeping on with these videos, man. I appreciate you, brother. I do appreciate you. Bobby Bassett, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Where are we at? Mike, anyone throwing a free rig? Just started and finding that by the time I feel the bite, the bait is gullet deep. Caught a 5.2 yesterday, and the bait was almost completely swallowed. Hope she made it. Free rig. Should I know what that is? Free rig. Free rig. Weightless rig? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I know what a free rig is. Somebody let me know down below. What is a free rig? I have never met Tactical Bassin. Have not. Looks like we are caught up in comments. I don't know what the old lady's doing. I want to get us a winner here. So you guys are sticking around to see who won. I'm gonna have to look that up. Free rig, because I don't know. I do not know. Check in with Michelle here.
Hi.
Michelle,
Hi.
you're on YouTube again. Say what's up.
Sup, guys?
What's your mother doing when you pick us a winner?
She is down there working on it right now.
Oh, she's downstairs? Okay.
Yes.
Well, run down here and make sure she's doing it.
Got it.
All right.
Going down now.
All right, dude. Bye.
All right, goodbye.
Ed says, free rig, the ones my grandpa gave me. There you go. That'll work. Isn't a free rig when someone opens a drop shot loop and runs it up the line? Fishing with Gramps. What's going on, buddy? Free rig when someone opens a drop shot loop and runs it up the line. Drop shot loop, runs up the line. I'm not even sure what that is, dude. I guess this is all finesse talk. Cause I'm not big of a finesse guy. Here we go. Weight slides, free online, closed loop. Weight slides, free online, closed loop. I'm confused, man. Like Texas rig, like weight slides, but he's saying on a. I would have to look it up. I honestly do not know. I do not know. Oh, we got a winner right here. Oh, Ed. Cool. Ed Wolf, you are tonight's Super Chat winner. Please message me on Instagram, Facebook, or email in the description your shipping info, and I'll get that right out to you. Very cool, man. Very cool. So Ed is our chat winner tonight. Is he still on here? And there he is, man. Good deal. You know the drill, brother. Message me your info. We'll get that shipped out to you sometime this week, and I'll send you guys tracking or send you tracking. Oh, I got you right here, Kyle. Okay. Free is like a Texas rig, but use a drop shot weight with the round eye. I got you. Okay, I get it. Yeah. I got you. I haven't fished one, but I know exactly what that is. Gotcha. What's going on, Terry? We're about out of here, brother. Remember the old egg weights with the gold loop at the top? Yep. Okay, I got you now. Yep. I get it now. I got you now. I think some guys even didn't they put like a split ring on the eye of their hook, and then they put one of those below it. I got you. And then is there another rig for that? What was that like? There's so many names out there. Was it Jika rig or something like that? Is that even a rig? There was another one that was very similar to that. Jika, yeah. So what's different from the Jika rig? Because I remember that. Didn't Owner come out with that? It was like a hook and a weight. It was like $8. So what's different from the Jika rig to the free rig? No, Tokyo is not what I'm thinking. I think it was Jika. It's like Jika, but the weight slides freely. I got you. Oh, okay. So it's not connected with a split ring. I got you. I understand. I got you now. Okay. I'm confusing everyone. All right, fishing Southeast. I've seen this coming a few times here. I have a $200 for a casting rod. I've been looking at the Megabass Levante. Is that a good one? I have not used any Megabass rods, but from what I know about Megabass, they're pretty pricey. I'm not sure. Will $200 even cover a Megabass Levante rod? I don't know. I do not know. They always find ways to separate anglers from their money. Yeah, weight slides. I got you, man. I got you now. I get it now. I'll have to look it up, though, for sure, see how to do it. But, yeah. And, guys, that should about wrap it up, man. We've been on here about an hour and a half. We still got 95 people on here, which is awesome, guys. It's always awesome hanging out with you guys on a Sunday. Like I said earlier in the stream, if you guys want to do this during wintertime when things are slower, just to hang out, pass some time, we can go back to weekly. But like I said, now with fishing and everyone being busier during the year, that's why we've kind of been doing it every other week. But like I said, we'll go to every week if you guys want to do that during the colder months. But for right now, man, we'll just stick with every other week. And like I said, it's been a blast talking with you guys. I should have 2 videos out for you guys this week, Tuesday, Thursday. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not. Ring that bell. Always smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. Have an awesome Sunday night and have a great week next week. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. See you guys on the next one.